We're live. Come on in, everybody. We are live. Hey, everybody. Hold on. I need to put this on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Let me just put this on. All right, IG, come on over to YouTube. I'm live right now. I know it's not my usual time. I need to hurry up and turn my phone on Do Not Disturb because I'm getting a lot of messages. So head on over to YouTube, guys. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. If y'all knew what my morning was like, and I woke up with the fiercest sore throat. Okay, do not disturb. All right. I'm always paranoid when I'm on Instagram when all of your messages come through, if other people can see it. So I don't know. Anyway, come on in, everybody. Come on in. I'm going to tell you. Okay, come on in. Okay. All right, guys. It's our Saturday morning live, and it is Ask Me Anything Homeschool. And I know I say this all the time, and I'd be lying. But today is going to be a short live, probably 20 minutes. If I can kick it to 30 minutes, I will. So definitely get those questions in now. I just have this raging sore throat I woke up with, and I didn't realize how much talking irritated my throat. All right, but neither here nor there. IG, I'm going to be on for about 5 minutes just to tell all you latecomers to mosey on over to YouTube for our Saturday morning homeschool Q&A. All right, what's going on, people? When you come into the chat or when you come into the space, kindly drop the city, state, or country, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. Drop that in the chat so we know where our tribe is on the map, okay? And also, it allows other people who might be in the same city or state or country to contact you, or you guys can figure out what's going on in your neck of the woods, or you can commiserate. So if you can kindly do that, that will be perfect. I'm in Southern California, just outside of LA proper, so I know a lot of ladies kind of in my neck of the woods. What's up, Lori? It's good to see you. Lori, I'm going to be on IG for just a couple of minutes just to tell people who are coming in late to head on over to YouTube so we can continue our Saturday morning homeschool live Q&A. We got Northern Virginia. That's my birthplace. What's up, VA? I think I was there for like half a year and then my family moved, because my dad was in the military. Dallas, Texas. That's what I identify with. Texas. That's my my hometown, because that's all I know is Texas. Good morning from Canada. Oh, hold on. Let me click on these. Hey, Zoe. It's good seeing your face again. Lily, it's good seeing you again. Dear Jessica, always in the place early. I appreciate all your support, Jessica. Yeah, I hope I get better. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all something in a minute. Because if you guys saw my last live, like, all my kids were sick. And I think my body was like, girl, we got enough energy to hold off everything. And then we coming for you. So, but that's okay, because I know what I need to do to get myself to feel better. So I'm gonna knock this out. I'm gonna knock it out. Put it out in the universe. I'm gonna knock this out. Hey, Steph, what's going on, lady? We got Mississippi in the house. M-I, cricket letter I, cricket letter I, humpback I. That's how I learned how to spell Mississippi in Miss Durango's 2nd grade class. Okay. Zoe's in Northern VA. Risa, good morning. Risa's coming from Canada. Stop telling me these things. Steph coming from Texas. Steph, I didn't know you were from Texas or you lived in Texas. Lily in North Carolina. Remember that. Got our Carolina folks in here. Danielle from North Carolina as well. Look at North Carolina representing. And hey, I know. Okay, my sister knows I'm live. She keeps sending me stuff. And then Lori, Illinois. I know Illinois in the house. I remember you being from Illinois, Lori. Sorry you're not feeling well. Glad you were on though. You always feed my homeschooling soul. Oh, that's so sweet. Y'all, that's why I come on here, even when I don't feel like it. And I'm like, I just, the energy, when I feel like I can help somebody either feel better or do better or just bring a smile or bring some kind of value, that makes me feel really, really good. It makes me motivated to try to be somewhat regular coming on live. Okay, but you know what? Let me tell you this really quickly. Hold on, let me sip. I gotta gulp my tea. I can't sip it when I'm sick. I gotta do big donkey gulps. Oh shoot. I must not have my mouth closed all the way. All right, I spilled it. All right. All right, now I'm all wet. Okay. Listen. You know what? We should be talking. Oh, wait a minute. It's October. I got to do an end of September homeschool review. Okay, I'm going to try to do that in the next couple of days. But listen, I think I have a video on homeschooling through challenges, like whether you're sick or you're taking care of, someone that's sick, either a child or an aging parent. Just any kind of challenge where your body is not at its best, and homeschooling, can wear you down mentally, physically, just every fiber in your soul. That homeschool just unravels all of those fibers. All right, IG people, come on over to YouTube. My link is in the bio, and my channel is in the link. But if you don't know, it's that homeschool life with Niki. Come on over. We would love to see you. Okay, peace out. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. So look, I'm looking like I'm in Saudi Arabia. Shout out to those. Oh my gosh, I love looking at pictures of women in the Middle East, because I forget what you call the dressing, the head dressing. Oh, it's beautiful. I used to know it, but I forgot. And so stylish. Even to this day, I still go on the websites and look up the clothing because they have to cover so much. They put everything into being very stylish and a keen eye to detail. So I think I love their clothes. Okay. Anyway, hey Samantha for Pray Love Homeschool. Hey girl. Okay. So if you want to start asking me your questions, go right ahead. But let me tell you, when you're homeschooling through sickness or illness, preparation is your best friend. Now look, I woke up around 4:30, 5 o'clock. That's usual for me. And my throat was killing me. So I said, let me just get a little bit of rest. Let me just go try to make myself go back to sleep. And then I'll prepare to fight when I get up. And how I do that, depending on the severity and how I feel my body is and where it's going, I'll don't do anything. Well, y'all know I like to clean because the air has to be cleansed, the floors, all of that. And then I'll rest. But when I feel it's just like, a little Casper ghost, on me, Casper, he's friendly ghost, but he's still a ghost. So when I feel something, little germs on me, I'm like, okay, you Casper right now. You're not Ghostbusters. You're just little Casper. So I get up as if I'm not sick. I start doing that mental Jedi trick, and I'll, do my hair, maybe put some lip gloss on or something, put on some clothes, and I go about my day slowly, but I still go about my day drinking my teas and all of that, just to mentally convince my body that no, girl, your body's taking care of you. Everybody's fighting and doing what they need to do inside. And then, I tend to the kids, but I let my kids know, hey, I'm a little bit under the weather. So we're going to be doing a lot more independent work. This is where your audiobooks come in, documentaries, things where you can see at a quick glance if they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. So you can see at a glance if you put on the Byzantine Empire, and then you come back 20 minutes later and they got on Fortnite. You know, that's something obvious to see. Or you can even just listen, you know, you can just look. Y'all think I'm playing. I do not match y'all. I don't care. Look, now you know, y'all know y'all sick, not feeling well. Some of y'all homeschool from the couch. All right, y'all. Line your kids up. You stay on the couch. You tell your babies, come, everybody come in. Line them up in a single file line. Or you can do it horizontally and go through the line, and you tell each child what they're doing today. Okay. And then you also tell them what they're not doing today. So there's no miscommunication, because once you send them out in the house to conquer their work, you don't want them to keep coming back in for silly stuff, bothering you and stealing your rest time. So I'm my oldest child. All right. You know the pin for the YouTube, for the Prime Video? Yes, ma'am. All right. Now, y'all got two choices. We're learning about China, so y'all can watch the Han Dynasty or or Sedong, whatever. It's about 30 minutes long or an hour long. Go get y'all something to eat and go sit down and watch it, and then come see me when you're done. Okay? That's maybe two of them. The youngest one, the baby. All right. You know all those fun little puzzles that we had? Go on and pull those out. Well, all my kids are older, but for those of you that have the little ones, now you need to go check out my video on how to homeschool multiple kids without losing your mind, because in it, I drop a lot of jewels. And one of them is to have it's like basically a busy box, but have that, hold on, y'all probably can't even hear me. I'm so far back. But it's like, a box of things for them to do independently. Or Evan Moore to the rescue. I love Evan Moore. You can have them pull out some Evan Moore books and work on that. Or if they have any projects, things that they like to do, whether it's puzzles, anything that keeps them occupied and doesn't make a lot of noise, just tell them to go do that. And then, of course, audiobooks. Try to get as many audiobooks on YouTube for free. There are so many books on YouTube, whether there are actors reading or parents or teachers or even kids. And a lot of times I like the ones where they actually show the book so the kid can actually read the book online, or put on the closed caption option if you're on YouTube. And so they can look at the subtitles and read along if you want them to read along. So now if you're already sick, then may the force be with you. But now's the time. We're going into flu season. Make you a playlist on YouTube or Amazon or wherever else you like to watch your content. And then for the little ones, start making runs to the dollar store. They got a lot of cute stuff out for the holidays. Don't let your kids see it, so it's a surprise when they get it. Also, grab some of those big puzzle books, right? Crossword puzzles, mazes, all of those things. And then like things, to work their hands, to keep them fidgeting so they don't come to you fidgeting, okay? It's just all that stuff. So start doing that, and then get your medicine cabinet on point, okay? Have all the stuff you need and easy, in arm's reach. Make sure you get all your teas. If you take medicine, have all that ready. You might think you have it, and then when you need it, you see that it was expired 2 years ago. Okay? So start prepping right now. And then once you send your kids off on their mission, hey, you guys are going to watch this, or you're going to listen to this, or you're going to play with this. Also, if you're into games, I have a video on game schooling. It's one of my more popular videos. Get some games and let them play. Let them rebond or start to bond together. It might sound real ugly and messy in the beginning. It doesn't matter, because they have to keep doing it over and over until they start to like each other as siblings. Okay. Yeah, so just just prep yourself to get ready. I wasn't trying to talk about this, but it just dawned on me that some of you might not be feeling well, or might be on the horizon, or around the corner behind the dumpster. So just go and get that ready. Oh yes, hijab. Thank you, Jessica. The hijab. Yes, I love the hijab. Okay, Pray Love says, I put away my big homeschool planner and just started writing a checklist for each kid in the color-coded notebook. You know what, y'all? And I have a free planner, a homeschool planner that I absolutely love. But a lot of times, like my husband's dad, he died in his 80s, but he always exercised. And he had spiral notebooks, so many spiral notebooks, decades back of what he did when he exercised. And it was just basic. It almost looked like an Excel spreadsheet on a notebook. He was an engineer, so he was very logical with his information. And it was just amazing just to see how he had so much information, but it was real simple. You can gather a lot of information just by using a very simple system. And because it was very simple, it worked, and he was consistent with it. And that's half the battle. You are consistent with it, and it's easy to understand. So I think that's great. Pray Love, Samantha. Oh, I know planners. I tried electric planners. I've tried, other planners on the market. And even with my planner, I do it as a way to just look back on it, almost like a diary. But in the grand scheme of things, my kids, like I told you guys, they're using a planner. I'm more relying on them now. Now I'm like, because they are getting older, and it's like, how much time do you want to devote? If you're if your kids are doing a lot of subjects, and you really have to kind of keep track of everything, just writing it down like journal style, just, in a basic notebook, or get a whole bunch of paper and just, triple staple it, top, middle, bottom, with some cardstock as the cover and the back. And, that's basically free. And just, writing your kids what you did that day. I also have a free homeschool checklist. Wait, I probably got one right. Oh, look, hold on. Let me get it. That is in the description box below. Hold on. Let me get up so y'all can see my mismatched clothes. All right. All right. Hold on. There we go. This is free. It's in my description box right now. You don't have to make it complicated. If it gets done, that's the only way to go, right? If it gets done, that's your win. So yeah, so just especially if you're not really feeling well, just write them junks down and move on with life. Now give me some questions, guys. Oh wait, you are giving me questions. Hold on, let me catch up. Wait a minute, I was feeling good resting up like this. Hold on. All right, I got my little fall blanket, my pumpkin blanket. All right. Usually I'm sick. Usually if I'm sick, the kids know it's a documentary and board game or game school day. Exactly. And then also, one thing I really like about my kids, at least my two older ones, they always come check on me. Well, really, it's my middle son. My middle son is the nurturer. He already knows what kind of teas I need depending on how I feel. They'll check on me, Mom. If I'm sleeping, they come check and see if I'm breathing. They do all the stuff that parents do, so I love it. So I brainwash them very well. Okay. Do you have a video on creating portfolios? Portfolios for schools, like if your child's trying to get into a magnet school, you mean like a maker portfolio or a dance portfolio or a film portfolio? The baker portfolio, that's why I brought it up. My oldest one, we're going to start working on that, just documenting everything. Or if you're talking about portfolio, maybe to present in your homeschool state, if your state requires you to submit a portfolio as proof of work. If you're talking about that, no, Pray Love, I think you're in California. Wait, Pray, aren't you in California? I thought you were in California. So clarify that for me, Samantha. What kind of portfolio are you talking about? Because I could make one on that. I'll just do a live. What are your favorite online subscriptions, classes, websites, programs for homeschooling? Okay, that's that's a great question, Lindsay. My favorite online subscriptions, I have two that I've sworn by. And one we're not using anymore because my kids are doing something else. But I love, now it also depends on the age of your kids, right? But when my kids were littles, we did it's called Math Seeds. Yeah, I believe it was Math Seeds. That was when it was in its infancy, and they liked it. I have no idea, you know, obviously it's probably evolved from there, but they love Math Seeds and Brain Pop. Now, Brain Pop is a subscription, but if you're crafty, I'll just leave it like that. I don't want to put anything out there. Some things that are subscriptions, you can, it cannot apply to you basically. But yeah, for the little ones, it was Math Seeds and oh, I forget. I have to sit down and think about it or look at my past planners to see because I have to have the passwords for it. For a little bit older, we did Dreambox. After third or fourth grade, all my kids hated Dreambox. It just was not the same. So like K to third, maybe fourth grade, Dreambox is a go. Other than that, we did Beast Academy online. Okay, which my kids really really liked, and so I'm giving you all math stuff. We tried Spelling City / Vocabulary City. My kids just didn't really they weren't really enthralled by it, and it could have been on my part, me not really knowing how to really use it to their benefit. But I know for some parents it works really well. It just, it just didn't work for us. And I think it might have just been on my part, not really using it optimally. Getting out of that, my kids love Duolingo. They're using that right now for Spanish. Let's see. Touch, type, read, spell. That's how my oldest one learned how to type, and he is a phenomenal typer. I didn't do anything. I just said we got 15. We started with 10 minutes a day, and then we worked up to 15 minutes, and then he was off on his own. So we love touch, type, read, spell for typing. Let's see. Those are online subscriptions for classes. Okay, so we've always used online G3. I think they've probably taken amongst all three of my kids, probably 17, 18, no more than that. We've taken so many classes there, online G3. I think the very first class was my son. He was in 6th grade, or was he in 5th? But he did Animal Farm. It was a 6-week workshop. And it was great. So I love online G3. I think the prices for an online course are very reasonable compared to places like Well Trained Mind Academy or Cholet schools or Blue Tent. They're really, really pricey. But for getting into classes, academic classes, Athena's Academy, we've taken lots of classes there. A cute little online place for classes is called Groovy Homeschooling. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the Groovy Homeschooling something, or Groovy School. We took the history of chocolate. We did the periodic table something. But those are really fun classes. I have so many resources. Hold on, let me make a note. Because I have so many resources. And I also, when I was like trying to plan videos or lives, I said I need to make one. My pen's way over there. Oh, all right, hold on. Anyway, I was thinking of making a video for free online resources. Hold on, y'all. Let me get that. What was I supposed to write down? I don't even remember that. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Okay. I forgot what I was supposed to write down. Okay. What am I writing down again? Oh, for a live class. Okay. What? I don't even write with mechanical pencils. That's not even mine. How did that get in here? All right. I'm just going to use this Expo marker. All right. Live classes. Wait, no. What did I say? Oh, free resources. Free resources. Hey, my throat's feeling a little better. Free resources, live class. Live class. Okay. All right. Yeah, because then I can also break down. Then I can do I'll do a paid one. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but it is on my radar. And then I can break it down by age level. Okay, so hopefully that'll work. And then programs for homeschooling. I don't know what you mean by programs, like extracurricular programs, science programs. Not sure, but it's on my radar. And then those of you who know of some of these websites or subscriptions, put them in the chat so we can share this information, and so I can corral everything and put it in one spot. Okay. Steph says she's born and raised. So thankful for you. Oh, thank you, Steph. So we got a Texan in the house. Something to do this week. Teaching textbooks. They have a 15 free trial lessons. Brainy bracelets. Oh, brainy bracelets. What's that? Gabby on Etsy and Instagram. Nancy Drew series audiobooks. Yes, Jessica, always coming through with great resources. Guys, write this down. When you come to my lives, you should probably just bring a dedicated notebook to because a lot of you guys put out really good information, and it's at your fingertips. So just keep a little notebook with the running information so you can check that stuff out, after the live. My kids are loving these so far. The Nancy Drew audiobooks or the teaching textbooks. Let's see. Oh, record keeping portfolio. Okay, Samantha, I was all over the place. Yeah, so record keeping portfolio. First, you want to know what the rules are in your state, if your state even requires that you keep that. I need to find out which state in the union is the most stringent, which state is the meanest when it comes to what they require from homeschoolers. Because then you really got to jump through hoops. Yeah. So not knowing what the requirements are, then wait, Samantha, I think you're in California, but no, you can't be because California doesn't require anything. But anyway, so for a record keeping portfolio, first you want to see what they want you to keep. Do they want something for every subject or just once? Some states might have, you just need a couple of things for elementary, middle school, they might ask for a little bit more. And then for high school, they might want something from all 6 or 7 subjects, right? So that just depends. And then what you want to do is, especially if your kid is in high school, you need to be keeping a transcript, okay? Whether they're doing online classes being taught by someone else or your record keeping is going to be very key, especially if you're in one of those mean states where they want to be all in your business. And so for some states, physical education, PE, is a requirement, others not. So, keeping track of 30 minutes, because for PE, you can't show your work, right? So just keeping track of how much time your child was doing, or if they have to take tests once a year, every other year, those little presidential fitness kind of test things, and that has to go in there. You need to make sure, okay, did 50 push-ups in 2 minutes or whatever. And usually there's no specific way for how to put the portfolio together. So you can organize it how you want to, just like little one sheets, But yeah, I would need to know your state and see what they want. And then you can go from there. But in the meantime, just keep all of their schoolwork that's completed. Just keep it in a crate or one place, one central place where you can get to it toward the end of the semester. You don't want to wait till the end of the year, or maybe the end of a quarter, or every 3 months or something like that. So you can like maybe pull out maybe the best work you want to submit to the state or whatever, So, or however often you want to go through the work, but just want to keep everything. Like, y'all know Christy Clover. She does the crate system, which I did and I liked. The only thing is, I like, and my kids like to go back to previous pages. Remember, we do a lot of spiral stuff too. So I can't just file, I can't take their work and keep filing it every week because they like to refer back to their work. So that was the only downfall with using Christy Clover's crate system. Otherwise, I think it's great. But for most of our work, we still look back at it. If anything is for inspiration, I say, oh, look at your writing week 4, and now we're in week 22, and they can see how they've evolved. But in your case, if there are things you want to pull out that you think you might want to show to the state, then keep that in just maybe one big folder or an accordion folder. If you have multiple kids, label the kids. Label the, don't label your kids, but label the accordion for each kid, and decide how you want to set it up. You might want to get folders for each kid, and if you really organize, first quarter, second quarter, just don't do semester, because then it gets to be a whole big mess, hot mess, or if you have the space, you can do every month, a folder for every month if they do a lot of work, and just keep it in every month. And then when you're having coffee or just chilling, you can just pull one folder out, look through it, and decide, oh, this is something I want to put, in the portfolio for the end of the year. So anyway, I hope that helps. Jessica says, I want to try Curious Correspondence puzzle subscription. Jessica, you always say something I've never heard of. Like, you always have something new to me that I've never heard of. Has anyone else heard of Curious Correspondence? I'm gonna check that out. It sounds cool. Correspondence. Oh, puzzle subscription. And my kids love puzzles. Okay, I'm gonna look that up for sure. But it's good to see that your kids are loving that. Okay. Biochemistry for Kids with Daniel Fried is what my 9-year-old uses for her science for the last 6 months, and it's going well. Here is the link. So Biochemistry for Kids. My 9th grader, he just used this book. It's the Manja Guide to, and then you insert the subject, and he has the Manja Guide to Biochemistry, physiology, and molecular biology. What is this one? But I'm going to check these out, because if not for me, then I can just share with other families to see. Now, is this an online class, Jess? Daniel Fried. I wonder if this is an online class. I'm assuming it is. Hummingbird. Hi, Hummingbird. Have you used a Notable for lesson planning? No, I don't know what Notable is. And no, I haven't used it. But if anyone else has used Notable for lesson planning, drop a comment in the section below. I like Notability and Evernote together. No, I tried using Evernote back in the day. I'm old school, y'all. You know, I'm a woman of a particular age, very seasoned. I'm old school. I like paper and pen. That's it. So I tried things online, electronic, and all of that. Um, I like having these because, and this is just note stuff. I like, I like seeing my handwriting. I like seeing my cross outs. I like seeing my thought process as I'm writing things in the margins. And I don't know, like, I mean, I annotate my books. So I always go back through my books, and I always appreciate what my thought process was when I was a 19-year-old reading a book. Or if there's a book that you're probably going to read twice in your life. Like, I have a lot of books like that because you just get older, you have more maturity, more wisdom. Um, and so I like to look back and see what, where my headspace was. But yeah, I know some people that use them and they rock with it. Hummingbird says, I think Notability and Notable are two different apps. Is Notability a note-taking app or task managing app? Yeah, I don't know about any of that. What about notebooking? Couldn't you use that as a portfolio? Then you could use it as a spiral to refer back to, maybe make tabs with a notebook to keep. Yeah, that's always a possibility. There's a website that has lots of free notebooking stuff. And I want to say it's homeschool.com. I think it's homeschool.com. They have all those free resources, and they have a ton of notebooking resources. The thing is, it just depends on what's required for her to turn in, and not everything is going to be in a, you're putting in a notebook. So unless you're just going to take pictures, cut it out, and then put it in the notebook for some of your work. So just play around with it. Yeah, just play around with it. Okay, Danielle says, my Compass Classroom has a 30-day free trial. I signed up last night so I could try. Y'all, do y'all hear my voice getting better? I tried to sign up last night so I could try the Old Western Culture class for free. It includes PDF books. Compass Classroom. All right, I'm going to write that down. Has anyone used Compass Classroom? What age or grade level would Compass Classroom serve? I wonder. See, I like paper too, but trying to move to digital as it may be better for transcripts. No, not actually. No. Okay, so what you want to do for transcripts per se, you can use basic free software like Excel, Word, however basic you want to make it. That's different than, lesson planning, right? Lesson planning, you're making a lot of changes, you're moving stuff around. For transcripts, that's different. That's more static. You're not making a whole bunch of changes. You're looking at the syllabus, and you're looking to make sure that whatever those standards are for that state, your child is meeting those standards or doing the work for English, an English class or math class. You want to make sure that number one, your child is receiving enough hours, weekly hours, for the work to count. It's, you're going to put all that in. When I say digital, I guess like anytime you're on your laptop, that's digital, but it's not like all that fancy stuff, moving stuff around and things like that. It's just like, okay, let me open up. I always start with paper first, just because that hand-eye brain connection works well for me. I can sit like this and think about, okay, how do I want to say this? How do I want to describe this? Okay, do I want to do a descriptive transcript or a chronological transcript? All of that. Plus, I sometimes get carpal tunnel in my this hand. So the less I'm like this and more like that is just good for me. But yeah, so when you get to the point where you're doing transcripts, I jot things down on paper and then put it in an Excel spreadsheet for now, because right now it's just documenting all of the work. Okay. And then when it comes time for but every year, look through it, make sure everything, you cross your T's, dotted your I's, clean up some stuff. And then when it comes time to start, your college prep stuff, essays and stuff like that, getting ready to send that stuff off, well, that's a whole nother issue, because that's a whole lot of prep right there. That's a whole lot of prep. I've already started on. It's a whole bunch of prep. Okay, any more questions or comment? Any more? Hummingbird, how old are your kids? Uh, 9:44. I said at the latest 30, but you know what? It was by tea and then talking and just having some movement and me thinking, oh, I'm not really sick. I'm just temporarily down. Quite literally right now. Okay, Danielle says Compass Classroom has 50 online self-paced classes for middle school and high school. It's classical education. It has the Roman roads, press classes, Latin poetry, history. Okay, yeah. I looked at Roman roads. It was classical academic press. Yeah, classical academic press is Roman roads. They have so classical academic press is a publisher of classical education. They have an online school called Cholet, and they teach from a perspective, it's classical but Roman roads. Like it's a different kind of mindset, but they do, like you said, the Latin, the poetry, all of those things in that vein of that classical Greco-Roman culture. Yeah, I wonder what their prices are, because the Cholet school that has all of those classes, they're super expensive. All right, guys. If you don't have any more questions or comments, I'll wrap this up. I totally forgot about doing my September homeschool update, which I'll probably do live. I don't know when. Tomorrow. We have a karate tournament and a football game, and it's in 2 different parts of the state. So that's why I'm like, I got to get better, because I'm going to be on the road around a whole bunch of people, and I'm tired. Let's see. Only one turning 12 soon. Okay, just me preparing and figuring out for later. He also does some advanced courses in certain subjects. So you definitely want to start just, keeping, and it's not, since he's 12, so he's in middle school. It's not crazy. Just, the name of the class. Hopefully you got the syllabus from the class, and how often the class met, like how long the class is, and how often does it meet. So you have all those Carnegie 120 hours, and and then just set it and forget it. Grade the year, and then that stuff. And because if he's doing a class, all the work's really done for you, versus you creating a class, or something of your own, piecing a lot of stuff together, which requires a little bit more creativity on your part. But get that in. And and it sounds like you're up on that, and so you're good to go. Okay, so Compass Classroom is $39 a month. You have access to all those classes. I'll have to check it out. I mean, I like what we have, but I like to, I'm an information junkie, so just being able to tell somebody who's looking for something, hey, I heard about this and looked at it, looks pretty, solid. You might want to check this out. That's good. So trying to learn and figure out things from my end. Yeah, your son's 12. and you're good. You're already thinking about it, which is already, you're miles ahead of a lot of people who don't start thinking about things until like their child's junior year. So, is that you, Jack? Hey, baby. Good morning. You want to say hi? Oh, there's a yeah. Some waffles downstairs if you want some. Your brothers are at their camp, their lineman camp. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Anyone have anything else to say? Hey, so if I start if I started having guests come on, would you guys, and I hate saying guests, that sounds ooh, but just friends come on, would you guys want to come on and talk? Just shoot the breeze, or if you have any resources you want to show. If you are a creator, if you made some stuff, you know, if you have a little specialty or experience, maybe you have a child with special needs and you have a story to share, I want you to come on. I promise I don't bite. No one else is gonna bite. We don't care what you look like. You see how I look coming on. So don't worry about how your house looks in the background. Y'all, I've shown you how junky, dirty dishes on the counter, peanut butter, jelly stuff, on the counter that I hadn't gotten around. Well, I don't eat that, but my kids never cleaned, but they sure did eat it. So don't even worry about any of that stuff. Just, it's all love here. So if you want to come in and share something, or just pop in for 5 minutes and talk about something, or just come on and just, we can just shoot the breeze just talking, or there's something that your child has used, like those talking about like the biochemistry and the compass, and you want to come on and talk, give a testimonial, that's fine. I'm totally down with that. Let's see. Hey, Steph. Being in Texas is very laid back, but I still like to stay on it. When should I? Oh, that's right. You're in Texas. Wait, are you talking? Were you the one asking about the portfolio? Yeah. When should I start keeping record of grades and such? Personally, well, if you now, some states don't require you to keep grades, right? Okay. I don't know if Texas requires you to keep grades, but if you still want to do it just for you, I have my homeschool planner. I believe I have a grade. My bag's way over there. Um, and my bookcase is way over there. Anyway, I think I have a grade tracker in my homeschool planner. Just record it. It's no big deal. It starts becoming a big deal grade wise when you're in high school. Okay. So if you want to just keep it, unless your child is in middle school doing high school work or college work like my kid, my child was doing that through an institution. So you just call them like before the last class is over and request the transcript. Okay. Request the transcript, and then just treat it like the birth certificates and your marriage license or what have you, and keep it in one secure spot. Okay. Now, if you're giving them high school level or college level stuff, I don't know many parents that do that because it's kind of harder to prove rigor if it's not kind of like a community college, if your child's doing dual enrollment or an online class. But if you're doing it on your own, it's just a lot more legwork you have to do to prove the grade that you're giving your child, right? So, but if you're doing everything through a proxy, a third party that's not you, yeah, just call them before that class ends. Make sure you have the syllabus, you have the title of the class, and you ask them for the transcript, because some places they might only keep the transcript for 2 years, or like I know with Mr. D, my son did a lot of high school classes through Mr. D. They keep their stuff like forever, it seems like. That's not a lot of places. So as soon as he starts hitting high school work, just, start keeping track of everything. If you want to do middle school, if they're doing high school and above, yeah, start there. Or just for yourself, you can just write down what they're doing, their class, the syllabus. If there are assignments that you think, oh, this is really nice, just for your own self, go ahead and keep that. Like maybe your child did some really amazing essays or like semester exams while they're in middle school. Yeah, keep that kind of stuff. If they're doing a lot of science stuff, maybe they might be thinking of a STEM career for their lab work. Keep all their lab notes and laboratory, their lab notes or their notebook, and just start there. And then once you're in high school, and if you're doing, you're using other places for their education, just be on top of it, because some places they might go out of business. So as soon as your child takes that final exam in class, be on the phone the next day. Okay, how early can we get that transcript? Okay, because you don't want to have all that work for nothing, and then the place goes belly up, or you never know. You never know. If the student has already done algebra, when are they too young? When they are young, how do you handle it in the transcript? Okay, so this is my son, because he did algebra in 6th grade. But I use an online vendor though. Okay. It does. Okay. So on the transcript, how you want to show, because so the transcript is showing 9th through 12th, right? But if you did work that is typically done during 9th through 12th, the college won't see it, right? So you just make a little note that is a little phrase that you write on the transcript about previous work completed before 9th grade. Now, see, that's the beauty of math, because each, like for the algebra sequence with algebra sequence and all of that, you have to pass one to be able to advance to the other. So if your child's doing calculus and above, or pre-calculus or whatever in high school, then they obviously have successfully completed the lower sequence of math classes. So if your child is in algebra 2, say in 9th grade, but they did algebra 1 in middle school, well, you don't have to show proof that your child did algebra 1, because algebra 2 is proof of successful completion of algebra 1. Does that make sense? Okay, Jess says, that would be very lovely to see what others have to say in their homes and education and just chit chat. Yeah, you know what? Because I'm nosy. I love to see people when they're really authentic about their living space or what's going on in their life. I mean, I like to see people who have nice houses and stuff like that. I really like to see people who have nice houses, but it's junky. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then I like to see people, I just like to see real people in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? I want to see, people struggling like me, right? And the only reason why I film most of my videos in here is because, one, it's quiet, because my house is kind of open with really high ceilings, so noise and sound really carries. And yeah, it's so much traffic, and then I have 2 dogs, and I'm like, ugh. So here, when I'm in here, I can be consistent, and because this little space is small, I don't have to use a microphone or all that extra stuff, because it just works really easy, and the setup to come on live is real easy. Yeah, but I want to chit chat with you guys. I want to see, what y'all doing in your homeschool space, or, your homeschool counter. I don't care. We want to know, because a lot of times we feel alone on this island, and, it would be nice to just see familiar faces, and then, because I see familiar names, but just being able to see something personal about them, you know, within reason. It's cool. Okay. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Hummingbird. I'm telling you, just bumping my gums talking to you guys. I got 2 gulps left. Has helped. Before, when I would swallow, I had to do this and make that ugly face. Now I don't have to do that. Done. Plus, I took some Kaleido Silver, my Mary Ruth's morning routines thing, and 2 elderberry gummies. So hopefully that does it. Steph says it doesn't just being safe. I actually have your planner, so I know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. So Steph says is I don't know what you said in the first part of that sentence, Steph, but I got the other part. Steph has my planner, and she says I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so thank you for that vote of confidence and that mini testimonial stuff. I think you're trying to say, oh, I forgot. But I got you, Steph. I got you. Hummingbird says, thank you so much for all the things you do for the community. Girl, I am not okay. No, I'm kidding. No, you're welcome, my dear. You know what? It's shout out to all the other people in the chat who help in the community too, because Danielle and Jessica, Steph, Samantha from Pray Love Homeschool, all of you guys come in. You know, you come pretty consistently, and you know you drop great questions and you provide resources. So you're not just taking information, you're also giving too. So it's a nice symbiotic relationship. I love our community. Oh, you're welcome, Steph. Thank you guys. You guys make things easier for me because I can just sit back and say, okay, what? Oh, let me check that out. So I appreciate that. Okay, that makes sense. You're welcome. All right, it's 10 o'clock. You see, that's how much I love you guys because y'all, I ain't gonna lie, my throat, I can't even comb my hair. That's why the real reason why I have this on, I was like, my neck was starting to feel stiff. I'm like, okay, I gotta put a scarf around, you know, protect my neck. That's one reason why I have this on, is to keep my neck warm, but also because I'm like, I can't do anything. My eyes were red. I was like, I probably do 20 minutes, maybe 30 if I get some good questions, then I'm out. But, you know, the tea's working and you guys are energizing me. So I really appreciate that. All right. Danielle says you should do a Zoom meeting so everyone could go over their curriculum and resource finds. You know, I thought about doing a Zoom a while back. You know, every like 3 or 4 months, I keep saying I'm going to do a Patreon. And then I'm like, girl, I don't know how consistent I can be. Like the same time, the same day. Like right now at this phase in life, like my son's on like a championship contender team in football. Like they've been to Arizona, to Nevada. I mean, they travel. Thankfully, tomorrow they're basically going to be up the street. But I'm like, oh my gosh. And, you know, then my son's in public school for the first time for 9th grade. Then I have another middle schooler. So I'm just like pulled. And then like, y'all know I'm a prepper. And, you know, you know, I've been working in my garden and I have 2 gardens. I've been working on that. So I've just been, it's probably why I'm sick trying to do so much. But I'm like, I don't know if I could be consistent. Like my son has football games Thursdays or Fridays. That's why I didn't do the Friday night live last night, because it was homecoming. And so, you know, his game was on Friday. Next week, I think it's Friday. And then after that, it's one Thursday game. So I can do a Friday. And then after that, they're all Friday games. But the good news is the season ends the last Friday in October. And I don't know what they're going to do after my public school kid. I don't know what they're going to do after, because he's freshman. So freshman soft, they don't do playoffs. That's just JV varsity. So I don't know what they're going to be doing, but I know it shouldn't be, they'll be done at like probably 4. I'm thinking it should be 5. I don't know. Who knows with this coach? So now my schedule can get, who am I kidding? Because my other son, they're they just beat what a #1 team in the state. So they're doing, like right now, they have specialized training on Saturdays and on Fridays. My other son does. He has specialized training. So I'm like, I don't know. I need to sit and think about it. I mean, I could always do Sundays because nobody's got anything on Sunday except for this stupid I shouldn't say stupid, except for this tournament on Sunday, all the way down in the depths of near San Diego. We got to drive to tomorrow. I have to drive to. So anyway, let me stop singing my pity party. So I really do want to have something private for us. Y'all know how I get down. I want to make sure, I gotta go big time. I mean, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a book list, what we're gonna read. These are the principles that I'm gonna have for you guys, and this lesson planning topics we're gonna be covering, and all kinds of stuff. I just want to be consistent with you guys. So it's coming. It's on my radar. I'm just waiting for everything to kind of settle down so I can make some bandwidth for that. All right. Okay, I'll give you like 5 seconds to put a comment in or a question, and then I'm out. Thank you guys for giving me your time on a Saturday. I really appreciate that. I know you could be a lot of places doing a lot of different things, but I appreciate you guys coming in and sharing this space with me and all of these other lovely families. Any more questions or comments? And then we'll get to doing more structured lives where I do a poll. I just didn't feel like doing it. I'm just gonna be real. So, but that's coming. Yeah. All right. So cool. So good. So we got this live done. So go off and be merry and conquer your Saturday and your weekend. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Thank you, my love. And thank you, Danielle. Thank you, guys. And I will see you guys soon because I need to do my September update. Okay. So it'll probably be next week, but it'll be live. Okay. Because I'm done doing recorded videos for now. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. I always forget that stuff now. Like, share, and subscribe. It helps me in these YouTube streets. And if you want your free homeschool planner, your free planner checklist, it's in the description box below. Y'all see that? There you go. That's free for y'all, just for y'all, with the glare. And eventually I'll start working on all of those video suggestions for you guys. All right. Love you guys. See you next week. Time and day to be determined. Okay. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Hummingbird. Bye-bye, guys. Now look. Okay. I'm about to leave. But even feeling under the weather, I still had time to put on some eyebrows. Okay. So it's all about mine, Jedi trick. Okay. Even though I put this on, at least I didn't have to look at my hair looking like woolly foo-foo. So I think between this, you guys, and me just feeling like, okay, I'm not sick. I'm up, ready to go. My body was like, okay, we got you. So anyway, I thought I would share that. All right, peace out. Bye. Love you guys.